Bernice and Stefan, and in 2021 we decided to quit our jobs to pursue a life filled with travel and adventure. Follow along as we navigate the struggles of full-time travel and living a nomadic lifestyle.
Hi and welcome back to the channel.
Yeah, we decided to come outside to make this bit of a voiceover, if you will, because it seems like I accidentally deleted some of the footage from our Australia road trip, which is not the first time I've done that, unfortunately.
Stefan likes to clean everything up and organize everything, but yeah.
But somewhere along the line, my filing system, some stuff ends up in the trash. So I'm getting better at it, but we'll work around it. But this episode is all about our South Australia road trip, like we said in our previous video.
Yeah, and we started our road trip in Adelaide by visiting an animal rescue called Cleland Wildlife Park.
Yeah.
And we got to see some really cute animals.
There were all these little things running and jumping around called putaroos. Putaroos.
I don't know how you say it.
Yeah.
But they look like a rat.
Pronunciation is terrible, but they are very cute.
Yeah.
And the little wallabies are so adorable, especially the moms with the babies in their pouches.
Are rescue animals, and they have like wide open spaces to go like roam around, and you can feed them if you want. They don't even get up anymore because they're so lazy.
They're like full-on privileged kangaroos, because they like just lie there on the grass in the sun tanning, and then you have to come up to them to feed them. There were also some other animals like the wombats, which I love, my personal favorite. They're so cute. They've got these huge noses, absolutely adorable.
Yeah.
And the Tasmanian devils are also there, but those are not contact animals. So the stuff that can kind of maybe be aggressive or anything like that, they are well controlled.
Yeah.
So
my favorite was the koala, because I got to hold one, which was really cool.
Yeah, and we got some really close-up shots of them, because there's a close-up encounters as well, so you really get to see them up close. And there's such interesting stuff about the koalas that like we didn't know. It's like they have eyes like a cat, so their pupils aren't round, their pupils are like this. So it's really amazing to see them up close and really get a feel for them. So we spent the night in a caravan park really close to the reserve. It was very nice. But the next day we headed out of Adelaide.
Our first stop was at a pink lake called, I can't say it.
Oh no, we tried this a lot of times.
I'm not gonna say it.
We'll put the name in the description, because we're just gonna butcher it and someone's gonna be like really upset. But it was pinkish.
Yes, it depends on like what time of year you go and how much rain they had, the pinkness of it. We wanted to go for a hike in Alligator Gorge, which is one of the like prettiest walks in South Australia.
It is really beautiful. It's these deep gorges with these red rocks coming up on the sides. It's deep and it's beautiful. It's really
and you
nice.
get to walk in the gorge like all the way. So I really think it's worth it if you have
if you're a hiking person, definitely go and do that.
Alligator Gorge, we went through to the Flinders Ranges and we stayed in Willapina Pound which was really nice. It was nice.
It's a bit of a bigger resort, so it's
Yeah.
almost like a holiday resort for them. So apparently also very popular.
Very popular, and you can do a bunch of hikes. We did a great hike. It was 900 and I think 20.
Yeah, it's like a 4-kilometer trail, which doesn't sound that bad, but it's got like a 900-meter elevation.
Once we got to the top, the view from there, we could see the Flinders Ranges, like the mountains kind of look like they were squished out, like it's like a hole and then it was squished out, which really, it was really nice to see. It was something different that you don't always see everywhere. We tried some Australian cuisine.
Yeah. So we went full local and ate emu and kangaroo.
Yes.
So before people start judging, kangaroo apparently in Australia is kind of like a pest. So there's something like 11 kangaroos for every one person. So
But
kangaroos are seen as red meat, so they consumed, and the emus are the same as ostrich in South Africa. So
we
red
eat
meat
that,
as
yeah.
well.
No, it's good. I just don't know what it tastes like.
Okay.
Like, is that I can't compare it to anything. It tastes. It's really good. It's really good. I just don't know what to compare it to.
Kangaroo burger, bite one. So,
You don't know what it tastes
good.
like?
Can't really place the taste. I assumed it would be gamey, but it's not gamey. But it's also not a lot like beef. It's kind of in the middle. Not sure, but it's not bad. And they have a very nice sauce on here, which might be a bit overpowering, but I think it's good. Definitely worth a try. Plus, it comes with chips. Gotta love that.
We did all of this in, like we said, the Juicy, which was really fun because we got to laugh a lot about the ridiculousness
much.
of it. We have the tour. Stefan is going to do
so
the tour.
you'll see the tour in a minute, but the Juicy is basically, it's so low budget. Like, we sat in that thing and thought, why are we doing stuff now in our 30s that we should be doing when we're like 19 and very stupid and probably still a little bit drunk? Because like, it's so low budget, but it's such fun. So like, Juicies are predominantly focused at the backpacker market.
Yeah, but I would recommend doing that if you're on a tight budget, because you have a bed, there's like a tiny fridge, you have everything you really need to like make the trip. You're not going to be in like luxury, but you are going to have
it's a
everything
far
you need.
cry from glamping.
Yeah.
But I think the prerequisite is, if you don't have a good sense of humor and you can't laugh at stuff and you can't laugh at yourself, don't do the Juicy thing. But other than that, you know, it was really fun. Good morning and welcome to our Juicy tour. It is actually our last day with the Juicy. The reason why we left it until the last day is because every time we kind of go to sleep or drive, we have to unpack the whole thing, which is quite annoying. So we ended up just leaving the bed in a constant state of being a bed, just to kind of make our lives easier. But today we're actually going to pack up the whole van, so you're actually going to get to see what it looks like when we're driving and all the facilities that it has. But this is basically our bed. I'm not going to call it luxurious. It serves its purpose, but it is rock hard. And as you can see, when you're traveling with everything you own, you might end up making some sacrifices. So we had a little suitcase over there that ended up kind of limiting your sleeping space, because we constantly had the bed in the bed position. Whenever we actually wanted to go to sleep, we had to move all our luggage to the front. So there's normally actually another big suitcase that's here, but it's just out of the van at the moment. But yeah, this is the chaos that is the front of the van, so that we can moderately comfortably sleep. So we've packed up the bed. Now you get to see what the Juicy's glorious mattress looks like. This is actually a couch, so the mattress is so firm. It's borderline like sleeping on the ground. But anyway, so we'll show you how this all collapses. So this pushes down, that pushes up, and actually below here is a storage space, and this is actually a tabletop that goes into that hole over there, so that you can actually sit and have a meal or something inside. So that's the inside of the van. But now let's take you all the way to the back, to the kitchen area, which should be not taking too long. This is the basic kitchen setup. It's got a sink with a pump action faucet, and you've got about 30 liters of fresh water, but there's no grey water tank, so every time you pull the plug, the water just runs straight down underneath the car. So if you're camping and it's soil all around you or dust and stuff, it can get muddy depending on how much water you used, so we used as little as possible. Then we've got our Juicy fridge, as it says right here. This is actually quite convenient, I'm going to give them that. This, along with the lights, run off a second 12-volt battery, which is quite nice because you're not draining the main battery. But at the same time, the fridge does draw the battery quite aggressively. So what you end up happening is, if you're not driving 4 to 6 hours a day, you run out of battery for the fridge like halfway through night one. So we did actually run out of battery on this. So at the moment, this is basically a cooler. We've got some stuff in here, but it's quite small. But yeah, I kind of like it. Down here in the bottom, we've got a butane stove and some accessories to get the van some water and everything else. And in here we have a little storage compartment with a tiny ass tabletop. And this is basically where all the pots and pans and cutlery and cookery is. They do give you enough, so that's quite nice. But yeah, overall it's been an interesting experience. One thing we also didn't show you is that all the windows have these blackout curtains, which are quite nice, but some of them are a bit damaged, and man, that these guys go MacGyver on this thing. We've got shoelaces and bobby pins to hold things in place. They really tested their creativity. So overall, the Juicy experience has been very interesting. I think it's probably more suited to people in their 20s who still think it's fun to sleep on their friend's futon. But if you're looking for a cheap way to explore a country, I don't think you can get much cheaper than this.
Our next video,
yeah, we might be starting to show you some interesting and random stuff, but
yeah,
you know, I think we're kind of also very keen to see, because we're fully vaccinated. South Africa at the moment has a bad rep again because of some new variant, but you know, we're still hoping to be in a position where we can start traveling internationally again soon. But at the same time as well, we are very keen to do some more stuff local in South Africa as well, because it is such a beautiful country. And if you're from overseas and you're earning any form of dollars, euros or pounds, you know, you really need to put South Africa on the list.
Yeah.
Just from an affordability perspective. Like even if you're not a wealthy person in your home country, if you're earning in other currencies, you will come to South Africa and feel like a king.
yeah, and plus, like, South Africa is gorgeous. Like, every part of it is beautiful. No matter where you go, you'll find something really amazing.
Food.
Yes,
amazing food, amazing wine.
Maybe we're biased because, you know, we are South African, but
Yeah.
just the food is really good and you get like a lot for your money. So yeah, it's definitely worth putting on your bucket list.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're going to show you a lot more of South Africa in the coming weeks, and we're going to maybe get some interesting stuff going as well on the side. But yeah, stay tuned, stay subscribed, and we'll keep you posted on our little adventure.
See you next time.
Bye.